The last couple of summers in CSGO have been really interesting. In all high tier, low tier, mid tier skins, case investments, sticker investments, anything, you name it, we've seen a massive increase in price across the entire market around late May to mid July. In 2020, even spanning all the way into August. So in today's video, we're going to talk about what exactly causes this and if we're going to see another repeat this year across the entire market. So as always, if you do enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and check out the sponsor Insane.gg. Insane.gg is a CSGO skin gambling site with 3 main game modes including Crash, Upgrade, and then they have a Lava game mode as well. Today I did some more Crash, just did a quick and easy 1.5x and got up to an M41S Basilisk, so not a bad M4 skin. If you guys want to play around on Insane.gg yourselves, first of all, click that link at the top of the description for a 100% deposit bonus on your first deposit, and then head to the refill balance in the top right, use code SUGAFIRE, get your bonus. If you deposit more than once, you can also get a 30% deposit bonus with code SUGAFIRE30. Also, of course, be sure to only be 18 or older and gamble responsibly, but for now, let's get right into the video. So I've talked about this whole concept of skins kind of exploding in price in the summer before, but it got brought up when I was looking for other video ideas and saw somebody talking about the same thing. Why do CSGO skins spike up during the summer? Is it fear of missing out, aka people thinking that they gotta get into skins at this very moment or they'll miss the train? Like people thought they would miss Bitcoin when it hit like $10,000, so like, oh no, it's too high already, it won't go any higher. But is it like that, or is it something else? Well, the top reply to this post does a really good job of summing it up and pretty much covers everything that I've talked about with this summer hype before, stating that, quote, I think it's a mix of all of those. Every operation / major, people get more interested in investing, more YouTubers make videos about it, etc. Also, since the release of Valorant, more people got introduced to competitive shooters, and some of these might have tried CSGO, which is going to bring me to my first point. Because in the past 2 years during the summer, we had this sort of dry period that didn't offer any content, no majors and no operations, just like we're having now, except we will have a major in 2 months, so it is a bit different. But what was the player count looking like during May, June, and July of 2021 and 2020? The years and months where we saw these massive increases in price across the market. In 2020, coming off the initial lockdown of COVID, we saw CSGO at all-time highs, both with absurd average player counts because of COVID and peak player counts over 1 million, which we never saw before. In 2021, at the same time that year, those numbers were quite a bit lower, with May and June the months where we saw the biggest spikes actually having the biggest losses in average player count as well. And that brings us to today, where we see numbers not too much lower than they were in 2021, around that 600,000 range, sitting at around 610,000 average players right now. Almost 1 million peak players as well. So even after the worst of COVID, numbers are still incredibly strong, which makes me think that the market will be this summer as well. But one key quote-unquote issue is that we do have a major 2 months ahead of us. How is that going to affect the market, if negatively at all? That being said though, that is still 2 months away, and until then, we shouldn't really have any massive content updates. Definitely no operation at least. So first, let's talk about how prices are looking so far. Operation Riptide ended a bit less than a month ago, but nothing massive has really changed yet in a lot of skins and cases. Personally, I've just been looking at high tier skins. The M4A4 Poseidon is one that I've talked about in the past, so even though I'm not going to buy it, I'll go over it again since I might as well just stay consistent. Price really hasn't had any massive changes since Riptide End. It could be because everybody switched over to the A1S now though, so let's look at something else as well, the Glock Fade. As you can see by the price chart, this is a skin that's had huge results in the past 2 summers, doubling in price in just a few months time, just to lose all of those gains a few months later. But right now, it really isn't in a bad spot, but nothing has really happened yet. Everything is kind of just chilling at a solid price point right now. Now, because of everything that happened in the past summers, and since we shouldn't have an operation anytime soon, I think skins will go up, and same goes with how high the player count is right now. That's just another reason for it. Now, whether that means we're going to see the absurd spikes like we saw in the past 2 summers, I can't say that's going to happen, but Personally, I do think there is a much higher probability that skins will go up until we reach the operation, and then they're going to have a massive dip. But once again, no operation, nobody really focused on those skins anymore as hype dies down with them. More people are focused on older skins, high tier skins like the Glock Fade, Poseidon, stuff in the Shattered Web collection, stuff like that. I've gone over all this stuff a million times. Those are just a few amount of high tier skins, stuff that I've been looking at as well. And now the thing is, even though skins haven't really had any crazy results yet, a lot of cases are looking really strong if you're a case investor or just holding onto a lot of older cases. The Broken Fang case is now in the mid 90-cent range after hitting low 30s from Operation Riptide release. It's only really been up from there, and it's now actually at a price higher than it was throughout most of Broken Fang. So it's really interesting to see this. People open these operation cases in absurd amounts even after the operation ends, which is why I'm so hopeful for the Broken Fang case. And along with the Riptide case, I still think it's going to hit a considerably lower price because of the release of the Dreams and Nightmares case recently, so I will be buying in it when I think it's at a really low price. If it hits that 30-cent range, it really isn't looking like it so far, but if it does, I will absolutely buy in and sell, probably at the 90-cent range, judging by how the Broken Fang case is going. But either way, the Breakout case as well is looking strong in the $2.50 range. This seems to be a point that most people don't want to pay much more for it. We've seen it hover around this range before, and the only time it went higher was actually during last summer, where it got all the way to the $3.20 range, but didn't last there too long at all. The Gamma cases as well are hitting all-time highs and staying there very easily. I guess people really like those Gamma Doppler knives, and hey, I was a big fan of this case a year ago, so if you bought it at that 20-cent range during then, I hope you made a lot of money because it's sitting at like 60 cents right now. But either way, as I said earlier, I like the place the market is in right now. Tons of skins looking really strong. Personally, I'm still trying to get a hold of a Dragon Lore because I'm a big fan of high tier skins right now. I think they're great long term, and if we do see another massive spike like last year, I'd happily sell at that price as well for a quick flip. Beyond that, I was looking at some older knives from the Chroma collection as well. I wanted to get a Karambit Crimson Web. Even though it isn't too much crazy price action, I always like to own a nice play skin like that, and it's just a nice way to keep your money stable at the price it's at now. Maybe it'll slightly increase if I hold on to it a year, but it's just a good way to keep my money safe. But I don't know if I want to buy something like that for a few $100 or I want to save it for a bigger purchase that can actually make me a lot of money, like an older Operation skin, maybe an AK Wild Lotus, something like that. I've been looking all over the place trying to find good deals, trying to just see if I want to keep my money in crypto or buy CSGO skins. It's a tough decision. I'm just trying to find something at a good deal right now. But either way, I would recommend at least holding onto your skins at least for the next few months, as the only real thing you should have to worry about if you own some more expensive skins or knives is the operation, which has caused a crash in these skins before, and that crash does last quite a few months. But the major sticker capsules, all that stuff being released, shouldn't cause anything too destructive, I guess we can say. It'll affect some cheap play skins up to $100 at most, just like it did last time, as people sell to unbox these sticker capsules, but it's never anything too major, and it definitely doesn't last that long, so prices recover pretty quick. It's not anything you have to worry about, since, I mean, most of the things you own in the $1 to $100 range are just some play skins that you like using for yourselves, and you aren't really worried about, I mean, making a lot of money from them. But if you are a cased investor and the major is coming up, I mean, you can sell before the major comes. It's not really that big of a deal. If you're holding on to stuff long term, you don't have to worry about it at all. But I think since the major is still about 2 months away, that we are going to have quite a significant price increase in that time across the entire CSGO market. So once again, I would just hold for now. Nothing really to worry about. Just got to be patient this next month or two. So besides all that, I think that is going to wrap it up for this video. So as always, if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.